Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, streaming another live Q&A with you and me out onto the web. If you're a patron, aka one of the supernomies, you're able to watch me live ahead of time without ads. All sorts of bonuses await you at chrispirillo.com. I've been doing a series for the past couple of weeks where I'm answering questions. What gadget should I buy? But I've already bought the gadgets. It's really the question that a lot of people ask. What gadget should I buy? Well, you got to be specific. So, if you're looking for a gadget in a particular category, I would love to try to address it for you. Feel free to ask if I haven't already covered that category broadly or narrowly in that column of topicness. Today's category is smartphone microphones, aka like an Android smartphone or an iPhone. You've got a built-in microphone, most likely in your smartphone, but it's probably not great. It's ample. It works, but there's probably a better option for you. When I was trying to just do TLDR as a podcast, just something that was an audio broadcast, I thought it worked well. I really enjoyed that format almost more than I enjoyed doing videos live on the web like I do or am doing right now, because I had a chance to really speak through a topic without necessarily having to worry about doing gestures in front of a camera, which I'm prone to do because I know that video is a different medium than audio. I also know that audio is very important. Your audio quality has to be as good as you can get it, and I understand that, and there are times that I still fall short. I know, I'm just not much of a production geek. I do video, but it's more on this side of the camera that I'm interested in facilitating, not that side of the camera. But I did learn to improve the quality of your audio more than anything. So I did my best. Kind of threw it out there. And Rode, which apparently is not how you pronounce the company's name, I've been told. Although other people say, yeah, you can call it Rode. It's fine. By the way, I'm using a Rode shotgun mic to stream this live onto internet's land out there. But there's some blips that usually happen with the encoder that I'm choosing to use because it's the only one that will work with my particular camera. But I've been using Rode products for a number of years. When we threw this out there on Twitter, they asked, hey, what's your address? We'd like to send you one so you can try it on your iPhone as I was doing the podcast. Still am doing the podcast, by the way. It's a simulcast of TLDR. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast, you can use your favorite podcast listener tool, aggregator, podgregator, whatever you want to call it. We are in iTunes and SoundCloud, so you can subscribe to the podcast there. They sent this, the Smart Lav Plus, and this one is still in the box because the other one is outside the box. It's got this nice little pouch with their logo right there. Boy, this should make them really, really happy. They just launched, or at least announced, a couple of updated wireless microphones, which I'm kind of excited about. I like wireless stuff more than wired stuff, but this would be here. Okay, I know the background is too black, so let's just go against my forehead. There, you can see the little clip there and the microphone right there on the end. And I would normally just say clip this here. I'm just doing this quick and dirty. That's how I roll, quick and dirty. I'm rolling dirty. I just don't like clipping the lav on a t-shirt like this because it just looks strange. See, it's hanging there. It's like, God, you want to talk about looking like a nerd. I much prefer not having to deal with this. So what I would normally do in using this and connecting it specifically to the jack on my iPhone, it's also Android compatible, and it would use this mic outright instead of the iPhone's mic. And so some people were really impressed with the quality of this tiny little microphone, which, believe it or not, beat the quality of the microphone that was built into the iPhone, at least. And I'd be surprised if the microphone built into your smartphone was any better than the average for one that might be built in. This is something that was specifically designed to improve your audio quality. So this is new and improved, so it must be good. They also sent along a couple of adapters, just in case you wanted to use the microphone in other configurations, including one that would allow you to, let's see here, it's a dual TRRS input and headphone output for smartphones, so you can monitor the audio as you were speaking. This came in very, very handy if I wanted to monitor room noise. And if I was just recording audio, I would likely be monitoring, listening to what I was saying or what was going on with audio. When I'm doing video, I tend not to have any kind of headphone or headgear on because I think I'm geeky enough without having to go that far. I'm not someone who necessarily, specs. I get it. I mean, it's a microphone that works, and it works well, but I don't know much beyond that, apart from It was exactly what I needed. It is extremely portable, and it's better than the built-in microphone. So if you're serious about maybe podcasting, recording audio, maybe even video in that way, you may want to consider bumping up your game, not to be confused with bumping up the gain of your microphone or your audio quality. And do your best, right? You're going to improve over time, but I would say that it's a good foundation to have a good microphone. I have to be reminded of this frequently when I'm doing podcasts or when I'm doing any kind of hangout. Instead of using the built-in microphone in a system, it's usually better to use an external microphone outright. So that is what I am choosing to use at this point when I record the podcasts on the iPhone to be uploaded to SoundCloud and/or directly to your favorite podcast listening tool. Does everybody use iTunes, the podcast? Well, I guess no one really uses iTunes. Well, no, a lot of people use iTunes, but for managing podcasts, do you listen to podcasts? Did you know that we were producing a podcast? Is this news at all? Did you know that this existed? Well, hopefully you learned something today. Something. I don't know what, but I hope it was good. That's my recommendation. As I said, if you have any other questions for general categories of what gadget you should buy for a particular solution, let me know, because I may have an answer for you. I may already have that product. I may have used it in the past or had experience with it, and would be happy to share my knowledge and insight with you. Again, thank you to the patrons, aka the Super Nomies, who watched me stream this live. They got this particular answer ahead of time, and they were able to watch it without ads, without necessarily violating the system. I appreciate the support, and I'm giving them tons of bonuses, including the hangout that we're going to do after today's live TLDR session, which is about to happen in a few minutes. So at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices.